Welcome back. Glad you all could be here. Gonna be going ahead and going for about another hour and a half, maybe closer to 2. We'll see how it goes. Without further ado, let's jump back into it and see how our group travel to Eurypylus. And if that goes as smoothly as they're hoping it does. I don't think it's going to. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
No.
That's not everyone.
Sorry, eating strawberries.
Delicious strawberries. I love strawberries a lot.
Strawberries or Starburst?
Strawberries.
Both.
Although, man, now I just want Starburst.
Yeah, now my mouth is watering for some Starburst.
Gross. Starburst.
Oh my god.
Matt,
Starburst
you
are the
can go
best.
ahead and get right on the fuck out.
Speaking to also the individual who doesn't like chocolate.
I like chocolate. It's just that unless it's really good chocolate, it does bad things to me.
I actually don't. If I ever have a choice of what sweet to have, I will never pick chocolate. So.
It's pretty good with like chili in it. Like dark chocolate and chili.
I can honestly say I've never even thought about that.
That's not a thing that I've ever... I mean, I guess, like, yeah, if you want, like, the kind of bittersweet taste to your chili, sure, but... I feel
No, like spicy chocolate. You guys are thinking about it the wrong way.
Okay.
It's like Mexican chocolate. Have you ever had Mexican?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That stuff is pretty
you
good.
put like a spicy, like pepper mix, like
Yeah.
seasoning with your chocolate when you make it. Yeah. Yeah, spicy chocolate's good.
I mean, I'm still thinking chocolate chili. Sounds weird, but I might actually try it.
You have fun with that.
I'll make some and you won't even know it until you eat it. How's that sound? You'll just be like, oh my god, look at this delicious chili.
It sounds like you're feeding me, so okay.
Right, yeah, free food, don't worry about it. Anyway, welcome back everybody, glad you all could be here. Will check?
Hello.
Okay,
Will
good.
is here.
Good. I was really impressed today, and this is something I didn't mention because we started late and everything. Will was the first one in the channel.
Yeah.
Will, I have to tell you, because I mentioned this to somebody else too. You were about 1 week away from me having a talk. We were gonna have the conversation about whether or not you could maintain your sleep schedule for these games, because you were late a couple of weeks there.
I'm totally fine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I believe you now. You've proven yourself to be reliable again, so congratulations. Perfect, great image. Now Photoshop that out and put it on Oscar. Good luck.
Wow, that's so that's your new sword?
No, that's what I was talking about. Berserk is so great.
Oh, well, I mean, if we're gonna... Hold on.
I think that should be your new sword.
Because I don't know the name of it. It's Samehada, that's right. I remember now. It's Samehada. So, let's just get our...
Which part of that means shark?
I think basically the whole thing. Oh, perfect. There's one where he's unwrapping it. Okay, good. Here, copy image. Paste image.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's Samehada, man. Look at it.
But it looks fluffy.
It's not, though.
But it's fluffy.
It looks like a match or something. I don't know. I don't like it.
You know, it's really weird. Like, it's not what you were expecting when you see it, like, all wrapped up, and then he pulls it out, and you're like, oh, what in the fuck is that thing?
Yeah, that about sums it up.
So, yeah. Samehada. Although, there is also, what is this? I forget what this one is called.
What?
What is this sword called?
It's like a baseball bat with teeth.
Oh, it's called the Executioner's Blade, but here's the Executioner's Blade. Although I thought there was a different name that they used for it. Whatever. But this is the Executioner's Blade, also from Naruto. It's another one of the 7 swords.
That looks like a bad Executioner's Blade. Like, if you miss, their head's going to be just fine, because it's a gigantic cutout in the blade.
Well, yeah, so I mean, there's actually this image where he uses it. Or it's actually a different guy using it, but... Shh. Hold on, we're talking about Naruto.
Guys.
So anyway, back to the game.
Yeah, so what's the point of that?
I mean, you can trap people. So, you guys, we're currently making some jumps to Eurypylos. You've made one jump, which, let's go ahead and remove the Chan timer by... How much? 3 days worth? Yeah. Oops.
At this point, is it the medicine timer?
Yeah, basically.
I was also going to say, before is there any science rolls that need to be made in these jumps still?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. That's a thing that needs to be addressed as well. And also, I should tell everybody, we are 5 days out from a payment due. Just FYI. For everyone involved.
We have some saved up in the hole.
Past tense.
I know. Let me get back to
so
where I
there
need
is
to be.
currently 13,000 in the spacecraft GoFundMe. You have the money in the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're good, but I'm warning you that I'm taking out 9,928 in 5 days.
That's perfectly fine.
Just FYI.
We better be able to find some work in Eurypylos again. otherwise-
I'm okay. I'll wait till we get there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it also depends on how long you're about to be on Eurypylos with what you're going to attempt to do.
Yeah.
So you want to make some rolls there, Dr. Fisher? Some science rolls?
I do indeed.
Okay. So what do you have on the docket for this particular jump?
Okay. So, we established that what was left for the collar research was the synthesization of the actual medicine that was going to have some effect on the symptoms.
Yep.
So, therefore, I don't actually need to interfere with Chan in his...
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Yes, so I would like to, I assume, tech med or synthesizing.
Okay, so yeah, you want to work on get the last point on collar. It is going to be a tech med check, and it is going to be quite difficult. Because this is kind of the bonus, right? This is the bonus ability to recreate this in others, not just cure Chan, right? So I would say you need a roll of 11 or higher on a tech med test. I was going to go the full 12, but I decided I'd keep it at 11 for you.
And I get no bonuses.
So close.
Yeah.
This is what happened at the last check.
It is.
It
It
took
is.
like 4 rolls.
You have a reroll available.
We've got a number of jumps that
Yeah,
hopefully...
yeah.
A number of jumps, yes, you still have, for sure. Okay, so, would you like to make the next jump? And, by the way, if you guys would just want to, like, blow through these rolls, totally cool. If you guys want to do anything in particular, let me know.
I do want to. Well, during this next jump, I want to do something.
Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and make the jump, just in case that...
Yeah, in case we
affects-
explode or something.
Right, yeah, in case that affects what's going on. And we're double jumping to 307?
Yes.
Alright, difficulty 8.
And I know I probably ask this every time. I have no assistance anymore, right?
Correct. The old
Or do
ship
I
had
get
the
one
advanced
from the
nav computer.
Hyperlane?
No. The old ship had the advanced nav computer. This one does not.
Okay.
Which may, you guys do travel a lot. And I think Gogo's failed enough rolls that maybe it's an investment you think about. So, you do succeed and get to 307. And we can take 3 more, or technically 6 more meds off the Chan clock, right?
6 more meds.
And another sciencey roll, and then we'll figure out what Fortune wants to do. Tech med? Alright. It's an 11. Which is an attainable goal for you.
It is a very attainable goal, just not when...
Indeed.
rolling.
Unfortunately, that is not a success.
I've used up all of my good rolls.
I mean, probably on the more important thing, to be honest. If he dies, there won't be much need for the fucking collar research.
I mean, I could sell it for a
We could rehabilitate others in his honor.
True.
We could just completely really piss off Paphos and just go start liberating people.
Right, because that hasn't happened already.
I mean, like, legit liberate people. And
Listen, we have momentum and we might as well go with it.
Just start a fucking
There's
slave
no
rebellion.
that bell has been rung.
Yeah.
You know, we might as well just truck along with.
So in this jump,
Mhm.
okay, after the jump, while we're flying through space somewhere,
Like refueling or something.
I'm assuming that Gogo is probably in the medbay.
I mean, I do have to pilot at some point, but any
Yeah,
moment that
somebody
I'm not
has to be
piloting,
physically up
That's
there.
what I mean.
I would be back in the med bay.
Between like full throttle go and stop. It's pretty
Yeah.
much a straight line. You don't need to fly anything.
Correct.
So yeah, in that point, I'd probably go to the medbay at some point, and I'd sit down next to you and be like, "Look, I'm not here to dissuade you from what you're doing, but I do want you to have an idea of what you may be getting at the end. So maybe mentally prepare yourself to get something that's not cheap."
Do you have experience with this?
Not with what they're trying to do, but I've seen people after horrific accidents, and no one is ever what they used to be. Some worse than others.
I understand, but I can't live with myself unless I try.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you knew what you might be getting.
Okay.
And then I'd like to make a small group meeting with everyone except for Gogo.
Okay. So you said private
Like
messages.
she would go to your meeting anyway.
Yeah, she wouldn't.
Right.
Especially at this rate. Man.
Especially now. I don't think she's probably looked at her comm pad in the last, like, 4 days.
Untrue,
Well,
actually.
yeah,
I've been
that's-
checking it pretty relentlessly recently,
Yeah.
but not for group meeting emails. You would be correct.
So,
Likely. Jordan, you tell me. If I had seen this email, if Oscar had seen this message and had been spending most of his time with Pip, would he also tag along?
You could invite him.
Okay.
I didn't forget about him. I even made reference to him just kind of
No.
nonchalantly earlier.
That is something I would like to take care of during this trip.
Okay. Yeah.
I then show up alone if he doesn't insist.
Yeah, no. He won't follow you to the meeting if he wasn't invited. He's
Okay.
very content to keep to himself in his room.
Oscar shows up alone
okay.
whenever this is.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that the good doctor shows up as well.
Yes.
We'll check.
I'm still here.
When he
Are you
says
sure?
the good doctor, he means you.
You're the only doctor.
I mean,
Last time I checked.
You're literally a Time Lord. Come on, man. Get it together. Get your shit together.
Sorry,
Put it
I
in
was
a
just
backpack.
in Victoria, England.
Yeah, right.
For like a hot minute, but I'm back now.
He's just been deafening himself so he can play his fucking ocarina. So he's been doing his own thing in this little intermission.
It's probably true.
You've caught me.
You've caught me. You found me out. Yes.
Okay.
So I assume that the two of you attend.
So I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay. I think we should have a pretty good contingency set up for if this doesn't work for Go-Go. So that, like, she doesn't kill us and the ship and everybody on it.
Or
Talking
herself.
about a young people's home or something.
Sorry.
YMCA.
I mean, I know a really nice place on Raimondi.
Yeah.
Yeah, one that Chan could have been living at peacefully and bettering himself.
That is an accurate
Oh,
point,
man.
by the way.
No, we couldn't leave Chan there. God. Okay. So Oscar says, what do you mean plan exactly?
Well,
Like a replacement or contingency?
as in maybe some way to, like, a plan to put into place. Maybe find someone, but that we can wait until afterwards. But I'm thinking just to contain her for a period of time before while she's done being at the mad period of grieving.
I don't know that she is as volatile as you believe her to be.
Did you see her room after Boomer left?
There's a limit to these things. I have seen plenty of loss. Been part of it. You might be surprised.
Oh, that would be a surprise, but I'd rather have a plan to not need to use it than not have a plan to need one.
I don't disagree, but I suppose we'll just see.
Okay. So I'd like to say we came up with a plan.
What is
pretty much lock her in a room, or at least restrict her access to the pilot's chair.
I mean, you out of character, you're saying this like this isn't something that's already existed in Oscar's mind, like
Yeah,
physically
I just
cart her
trying to make
off
sure
to the
that
hold.
the three of us are on the same page on this one.
Right.
Yeah, so he says
He's stating that he wants to be involved in said plan so he does not feel as though he is unaware.
yeah, so he says Fortune, whatever happens on the ship, we will deal with it. If you go nuts, I have plans to deal with you. Take it as a compliment.
I'd say I would expect nothing less. But,
I believe
Just-
things will be fine, and if not, will be dealt with when the time comes.
okay, and then probably look over at the doctor and be like, we might need some medicating.
Don't worry, I've already stockpiled on such medicines.
All right. I figured we all had a plan. I just wanted to make sure we all knew we all had a plan.
Yeah, he Oscar kind of like punches you in the shoulder, and he says, at least one of my plans involves jumping to the nearest satellite I can find and letting you go about your course. But hopefully it doesn't come to that.
I give you a little smile. I'm like, all right. Well, at least you'll be all right.
I will definitely be all right.
Meeting adjourned. Bang the gavel.
Gavel. I was going to say gavel rings.
He slams a flask down on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which actually we're out of fuel now. Or I mean,
That's bad.
we're at, yeah.
You've been drinking straight from the drive core.
I mean,
I've been trying to remake it, but
Yeah,
I don't
we're-
know how he does it.
we
so
probably,
I've just
like,
been-
you say fuel, and then, like, we have this flashback moment with a little thought bubble over your head of you, like, trying to install all these pipes and, like, looking at these very, like, fucked up schematics and, like, in boomer speech that you don't understand, and, like,
Yeah.
it's like that moment when you get home from IKEA and you can't put together the bookshelf because you're like, what the fuck, it's just a bookshelf, it's 5 slats of wood, how do these not fit together right?
Or you didn't realize that you just had to turn it over to read the English side. You've been trying to read Swedish the whole time.
Right, or like it's one of those like Chinese manufactured things where like you need this specific custom tool that you can't find anywhere. It's like not in the package for some reason, and then you
Yeah.
read in very fine print that it's sold separately, and you're like, fuck.
Hang on. When was the last time you put together IKEA furniture? There isn't even language on those. It's all pictures.
True. That's true.
Like you guys. It's real simple.
I was using the reference of that is typically what they say is a very hard thing to do.
Okay.
Thanks for ruining the joke, Matt. Though I appreciate that.
I gotta be accurate because like I'm the guy who gets stuck putting that stuff together.
You are technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
It's the best sort.
It's the
yes.
best kind of correct.
So
Tell my wife hello.
So.
Oh my god.
We have.
So where
this.
are we in space?
You are currently at 0307, which is. If we look at the sector guide. 0307, which is the Amida system with the planet Nagor, which is particularly unremarkable if I remember. Yeah, it's a tech level 2 society. Nobody's really interacting with it. It's, 19th century technology, steam engines, and.
Oh, it's a steampunk planet.
Yeah, basically. It's
Odd
not.
place
It's
to have
Okay,
a
forget
hybrid
Jan. This is where we're living
space
out our
express.
days.
fairly unremarkable.
Right, that makes total sense, Question.
And you may ask why, like, I interject these in there, because, that seems like a good place to hide if you're running from somebody, so I'm just keeping it in the back of your guys' mind.
Oh, yeah, that's getting more
Go,
and
go.
more like option.
It's a green planet. We don't have any of those.
Yeah, totally.
Question.
Yes.
Trim the course.
Would you like to take +1 difficulty?
But I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean mechanically in terms of, like, a +1 speed in this case?
Well, I think...
Does that mean, like, our...
So you're looking at, like, the pilot abilities, right?
Just looking at combat stuff.
Yeah. So there is actually a trim the course option in travel as well. And I think it adds a +1... Let me just get there real quick. Starship travel. Course trimming per level -1. Navigators can attempt to trim the course and shorten transit time by running higher energy shears and taking risks in meta-dimensional currents. For each level of course trimming, a navigation skill suffers -1 penalty, and the effective spike drive rating of the ship increases by 1. So, you also cannot trim a course more levels than navigation rating.
So if I have a navigation rating of 2...
You could technically trim the course twice.
Which means
I don't
what
think
exactly? Like, what am I getting
so
out of it? That's my question.
It doesn't allow you to travel more hexes than the original 2, because you have to pick a destination before you roll the navigation check. But if you take a -1 penalty, if you're jumping 2 hexes and take a -1 penalty, you basically have to hit a 9, right? It means that you would get there in half of half, so you get there in 1.5 days instead of 3 days. But you need to hit that 9.
But also,
Which
if I just
is-
roll really well, I can net the same thing without having a scary penalty.
I
right?
think I've rolled before. If you roll double 6s, I'll give you a trim the course buff.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, then never mind. I just wanted that explained. 'Cause I couldn't
But
remember.
you then so that's the advantage. Like you could also do it twice, right? And you could get to 2 hexes away in what?
Well, yeah.
A day?
Currently not in desperate mode, but keep
Right.
that in the back of my mind. Just saying. Okay, so I can jump double
To 206.
206?
Correct.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's see that 8 or higher. And you still have your reroll, I believe, so you're good.
I've literally gotten a 9
every single time.
every time except for
Is that your... Oh, no, actually 10 is... Oh, wait.
Nope, it was a 6, 9, 9, 9. It's fine, it doesn't matter. It's just weird.
Oh, I'm dumb. I was looking at Phil's check. I was like, these are all 3
Actually,
9s,
I got
but this
4
one...
9s, but yeah. No.
Yeah. So a 10 is actually your average.
You know,
so you're
the
actually
kitty
rolling
spinning
below average.
around makes it.
It's
a little
very hard to track
but-
sometimes. It's very hard to track.
Listen, we're making
Stay.
sacrifices for the greater good here.
For the
true.
greater good. So you make it a 206, which is an unremarkable. It has a gravity well just large enough to jump to, but nothing inhabitable or meaningful.
Okay, good, great.
Any science rolls, quickly?
Indeed.
All right, let's see that 11, Will.
Come on, 11.
Hey!
Yay! Double 6.
Nice, there it is. So finally, after days of, actually like a week or 2 weeks of like pouring sweat and blood over this thing, you've finally found the strand that you'll be able to synthesize, and you realize that like it's not something that you could mass produce yet. You would need very specific facilities, probably built customly for this particular synthesization, because it is such a weird thing. But you know where they might have them.
Yuri Pylos?
Possibly
Euryapolis.
possibly Eurypylos, but you could also just go like take over a Rahani Band base of operations. They probably have equipment suited for this, since they developed the collars and all that. I mean, I'm just trying to really nudge in there that like
Quit giving her ideas, all right?
yeah. I'm just really trying to get in there that you could piss off an entire faction. So,
Having another powerful faction behind me. I was thinking.
Sure. So, anything happen in this jump, or are we just making that jump to 104?
I've got nothing else to do.
Okay. Let's make sure. Oh, except for, I guess the important thing to note is, let me bust out my calculator and actually do math, so that I don't embarrass myself here.
And deduct our monies.
Yeah, deduct your money. So, if we look at the ship here real quick, it's under characters, Freighty McFreightface.
2.
16 and a half days, by the way.
Noted. Thanks. 13. The Chan timer is 9928. So there is now a grand total of 3,072 credits in the Space GoFundMe. Congratulations.
Didn't we first initially say that would then get split between us? Because it's not.
I believe that was the plan, yes.
Yes,
So would you like to split that between the 4 of you?
absolutely. Unless I would offer, if anybody wants to keep it in the spacecraft GoFundMe for next month payment, that is an option if you have the spare cash. But if not, by all means, take it.
Gogo's not expecting to make it to next month, so...
Somehow that actually divides by 4 evenly. So everybody gets 768 credits added to their account. I'm just that good, apparently. That was like a random stroke of luck. What do you want, Fife? So
768.
stop clutching onto the chair, dummy. If you want up here, stop. Hold on, we're having a catastrophe. Oh my god.
Oh, just by the way, I would have retransferred 7,000 credits back to Gogo.
Oh, okay. Good to note.
Oh, yeah, about that. Thanks.
God, this cat. So he doesn't jump up on my chair when I'm sitting in it. He'll just like try and climb up it, but he's not great because it's like moving around as I'm like spinning and stuff. But for some reason he doesn't have claw control yet. So he just like latches onto things, and when I try to like pick him up, he's like gripping on with all of his might. So it's either like forcefully remove his claws or drop him. But I got him. Don't worry. Cool. Awesome. Congratulations. Fantastic. So, With
Jordan.
nothing else, yes.
Never mind. Disregard.
Okay. It is the 1st of August in the year 399, or 3264, if we're talking Earth years. Gogo, would you like to jump to 104?
Yes, I would.
Okay, let's do it.
But I closed my sheet, so hold on a second. Hold on.
Hold.
Wait.
Hold the line.
Okay, we did.
Ooh, let's get the rolls up. There we go. Okay.
Yay!
Oh, that was the next roll. 10. Okay, perfect. Boop. You make it to 104. Dr. Fisher, would you like to make a science check?
Okay, how many supposed jumps do we have left?
1, 2, 3. 3 jumps left.
I'm really sorry, Oscar, because I know I've been putting this off, but I'm still not going to get round to that grenade.
Listen, you don't gotta apologize. He doesn't even have to know.
Yeah, I have no idea what you work on. So
You just know he does weird shit, man, in his lab all the time.
Yeah.
you just gotta be aware I'm gonna stop giving you cool shit if you never do anything with it.
Yeah, right.
Because right now you've got
There
a
are
sweet,
Just
like,
hey,
tricked out laser rifle. And
just
some other stuff.
remember the rule for science jargon, right? What is it? Always use 2 descriptors and a word you made up, or something like that. And you'll always like confuse the person you're talking to unless they know more than you. Yeah.
So yes, I am going to start researching on the energy weapon we got aeons ago when we did that big base hunt.
I mean, you say aeons, but that was really only like 2 months ago, in game time.
Wait, is that how you say that word?
I think it's eons.
Eons?
Eons.
Eons ago?
I said
Both
it
are
like that
correct.
because he's. Yeah, I think it's one of those words. Tomato.
It is aeons. It's aeons. There's
I mean, I believe the British person, but I've apparently been saying it wrong my entire life. It's cool. Never mind. Continue.
just like half your words you use, which
Again, I don't disagree.
I do disagree. So you'd like to make a roll on that. Now that is a it's a very low like need, right? It's 2 with a parentheses 3, right?
yes.
Okay, so how I denoted that, and what were you specifically? You were trying to figure out how it works.
Yeah, because I don't want to just.
Right,
I'm
you don't want
not-
to blow
I'm not
yourself
shoot-
up if
I'm
it's
not
like a
just going to
special.
shoot it and
Sure.
accidentally blow up the ship.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So the first roll I need you to make is a. It's going to be a weapons energy with intelligence, and I need a 10 or higher.
Combat energy weapons. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant. Combat energy weapons. With intelligence, though, so you have an advantage. That is a 6. You have a reroll available.
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's see it. Oof. Rough.
I made myself even more confused.
Yeah, so like maybe like you're having to do work not in your lab, right? Like maybe you're having to do work like down in engineering, so you're not used to the environment yet. And so it's kind of throwing you off, and you're not sure where the tools are, like how certain things work. You're not in your actual laboratory, so it's harder for you to work, and that probably shows in the 5 and the 6.
Alright.
All right. If nothing else, Gogo, would you like to make another jump to 203?
Yeah, just so there's no discussion later, Jordan.
Yes.
Oscar has been training with Pip. This
Oh yeah,
entire
absolutely.
time.
And it only
Okay.
takes 2 weeks, so you are
Yes,
basically going to be done.
he has nothing better to do
Surely.
either. So even beyond that,
Right.
he and Pip are BFFs.
Oof. By the skin of your teeth, Gogo. You make it to 0203. Now,
Yeah.
0203 is a planet that we know quite well, in fact. right, Oscar?
Mm-hmm.
Raimondi is in this system. And I think it's the first time you guys have actually re-entered this space, because I think you skipped it on your previous jumps.
We've been there before.
Right, but Dr. Fisher hasn't.
He has not.
So Dr. Fisher, and this is more for your information, I'll gloss over it quite briefly. We also didn't take a whole lot of notes, even though we spent a lot of time there. Disappointed in you guys. So Raimondi is the homeworld of the Syriac people. So it is populated quite profusely by them. You probably know a lot of basic information. For example, the Syriac have their own versions of technology. You probably know from your research data that there are two different ideals when it comes to the psychics on the planet. There's of the body and of the mind are the name of the schools, and they follow they operate somewhat like monastic orders, but also sort of like universities. And the only thing that really rivals them in the sector is the universities on Taco World. So, again, I'm surprised that when I made a Taco World, that's Caballero, by the way, in case you guys were curious, you guys didn't immediately go there. The atmosphere is corrosive, but not unbreathable. It is corrosive in the fact that, the rains are very acidic to most beings, and generally it is a dangerous planet. It's very overgrown. It's a constant kind of battle against nature on the planet. It would be best classified as a death world, right? But the Syriac rose to the top probably because of their innate psychic abilities, and were able to evolve past that stage. But it's where they're from. It is not where all of them get their culture from, though. There are Syriac that live on different planets and have for hundreds of years because of events like, the Scream, when they were separated from their kind. So, that's basically it. Anything else?
No,
Excellent.
No place like home.
No place like home. Correct. Oscar has lots of contacts here and lots of personal missions that I'm sure he would like to complete at some time.
We have time, right?
What's the Chan clock at? Can we get a Chan check, please?
13 and a half days.
Okay, good.
I think that gives us 5 days to play right now, right?
Something like that.
If by 5 you mean 0, then yes, let's go.
Yeah, let's. As much as I would love to stop here and take care of some business.
Would you like to make a science check?
2.
Yes.
Okay.
So, once again.
Ooh, so close. So close. Bollocks, as you say.
I was just gonna say that.
We're basically the same person.
What did you call me earlier? You called me something so fantastic.
Oh god,
He has some amazing.
It was like a jammy Claude or something.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It sounds like a dessert or something. But
Can I have one? What is it?
You jammy sod.
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 That's the same thing, basically.
Yeah, totally. Wow.
Anyway.
Megan, would you like to jump to 402?
Yes, I would. Here we go.
That game really brings
Holy
the best
shit,
out.
you nailed it. Nailed it.
A game.
Boom. 402. Let's take another 3 days off the Chan clock, please.
Indeed.
We are at the 7th of August. All right. Would you like to make a science-y roll?
Indeed.
All right, let's see it.
Weapons aren't my field of research.
Exactly. That is the point here. That's why I made it more difficult than it had to be. Because you are not specialized in this, sir. So 0402, is there anything... Oh, this is Fatine, which is conveniently the homeworld of Fortune. We actually stopped here on our way back, right? This is actually conveniently where we got the ship fixed last time, didn't we?
It is.
Yeah.
We made it to again.
So, you guys could totally stop for like 6 hours or a day or so, right?
I think so.
Not now.
We've got 10 days.
Fortune, you're like typing in, what was his name?
I have the information. Hold on. Jose Martinez.
Jose
Teen.
Martinez, right.
Jose
yeah.
Tinker and Toy Shop.
That's right. Oh yeah, it's right there. Contact working on Space Yard. Jose Martinez. Yeah, you're like sending Jose a message like, hey, we need this ship. Jumped out. You want to make it...
Literally immediately.
Yeah, if you want to make another roll. So you're only going a single jump this time, though, because 0501 is the destination.
And I still have my reroll just if it matters.
Just in case.
Nope,
So
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You fucking nailed it. Boom.
Guys, we did it. At least we got there.
Well,
So
we've
far.
got 2/3 of this
one.
done.
Shh, 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 shh.
No, we've got 2/3 done. That's good. We got the
2/3
product we needed.
is maybe actually pushing it.
This is step one. Step one. We've made
Yeah.
it.
So I really
I've done my job.
the next thing I really want to see is I want to see as we approach, like when we warp into the system, Eurypylos, the Rukon system, which contains the homeworld Eurypylos. I would like to know if there is well, first of all, make your science roll. Okay, you did. You failed. I would like to know if
Wow.
Yeah,
there
that was pretty
is
cold.
a
Savage.
if there is a conversation or a plan of attack from Dr. Fisher, because I think that's probably one thing that hasn't really been talked out. You and Oscar had this moment where you revealed what was going on, but you yourself are kind of in the dark about what actually needs to be done here. And so I think that's probably a conversation that needs to be had, because you know that this exists, but you're not really sure where or how to make contact with anybody, or you also know that if anybody else knows what you're doing,
Then
you'll
Details.
probably, all of you will probably become associates to treason and probably some form of death.
I've been worse.
Take your pick.
yeah, I would probably call a meeting into the medbay.
Okay, so with everybody there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I show up.
I'm there bright and early.
Gogo
I think-
is already
I-
there.
I think that, yeah, Gogo's definitely going to attend this one for sure.
Well, and I mean, I think that's why he said
It's
in the med bay.
medbay, so
'Cause, like-
you're
No,
in
but
matter
no.
what.
You would
No,
actually have to
I-
leave to not attend.
I mean, beyond that point.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Because you want to know the plan too, right?
Yes. You guys suck. God.
Megan, I would like to let you know that in opposite to L5R, I am not doing this to you. Just be aware. So, the meeting is called. Everybody is in attendance.
Yes.
Well, I guess I should ask, do you bring Pip?
I think this is a little more sensitive than.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
With Oscar actually knowing, I would hope that.
I've been. I think without belaboring it, because I don't feel like we need to take up time. But I would. During this whole thing, he would have filled him in, like
In how much detail?
He would know that we sustained losses. He would know that we're on a very tight time frame, like that we've been scraping medicine together to try and make this trip to get treatment for a crewmate. and that's about it. I think some of that would be Oscar grumbling about needing to be better, like,
Sure.
oh, if only I had, done this or that differently, or if we had,
Right.
it would be like some coverage of his personal his thoughts on the matter
Yeah.
shared with Pip.
So
But I don't think he would have brought him to this.
Can you roll me a mental saving throw?
Mental saving throw.
Yeah, a mental effect saving throw. Normal.
Okay. Ain't no saving that.
As you're telling him all this, he nods and agrees with you, and everything seems to be normal.
So he knows everything I'm telling him already then.
Well, no, what I mean is, like, as you're telling him, he makes all of the correct gestures.
You think nothing is awry.
Correct. That is what I'm getting at.
Great.
So the meeting.
Yes. So, us getting into Europolis shall not be a problem. We simply have a medical patient that needs treatment on this planet. And, no one will bat an eyelid. That is where the situation shall get a bit more difficult. As I've said to you before, the exact practice that we shall be taking is unconventional, so it will perhaps take a bit of time to fully seek out the people that can provide the treatment, and even getting there may cause some issues, but I think getting back may cause even more issues, as I said, the unconventional treatment is not approved by the security and higher ups on Euriopolis, so we shall need to perhaps smuggle Chan back out of Euriopolis.
So, at what
Smuggle.
point does the flashback of how strict security is on Jesus, I almost called it Euriopolis too, on Euripylos?
I legit
Right
don't even
when
know
he
which is
said-
correct any longer.
Right when he
You
just
guys
said,
alternate between the two.
Yeah, totally.
yeah, when he said smuggle, like my whole face and like I was probably just like halfway listening, like, okay, I've been here before, I know how to get in and out of this planet. And then he said smuggle, and like I snapped like my eyes to him. I'm like, my face is saying what the fuck, but I don't say anything.
You do the eyes wide, like, what the fuck did he just say? What? Say that again?
Like
You're like looking.
I can't bring.
You're like looking
I
around
can't-
the room to make sure everybody else heard what you heard.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't bring two pistols into the planet, and we're supposed to bring a
Yeah.
body out.
yeah, that's what he said.
So, I think, I mean, Oscar partly knows what's up here, and maybe he suggests this to like try and head off Fortune's reaction at the pass here. And he says, Fisher, can't we just put him back under, save a stim, and take him out as we brought him in? Why would that raise any alarms?
Yes, I mean, that could work. We just have to hope there are nobody with bioscanners in the area, I suppose.
All right, well, I'm going through a different security gate than you guys, so have fun with that.
I'm gonna be like 6 people back.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch you guys incinerate, and I'll be fine.
Right, yeah, because remember, there's these devices that you get into
Yeah.
that are intended to, withstand probably like, force rating 5 explosions or something like that. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, probably.
Very likely.
Does anyone else?
I think at this point, Gogo just looks impatient, and she says, "Okay, well, have you contacted the correct people? Let's go." Like, what's the problem here? Let's go. Like,
do you
come
do
on.
the hand rubbing on the back of the neck thing, Dr. Fisher?
Yeah, totally.
Because as far as Gogo knows, this is just a medical thing. So let's just go. Nobody's told her any different.
Go. As I said, this is unconventional means.